Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation and the world. This is Popeye Live on a Monday night. And man, it is ever cold outside. Now this is an experiment. We're seeing if this will work. I had to move everything inside. The studio outside is frozen, and so I'm working off of a laptop. I'm just curious to whether this is working, and whether the sound is okay, and so if it is, we'll continue on, and I'm waiting for some other people to come in, and so everybody, if you would tell me if the sound is okay. It shows to be, but I never know until you tell me. So I want to say hi to Jamon Rooney, Randy Russell. You guys, how are y'all doing? And so let's keep it rolling if it's doing well. Because there's a couple things I want to talk about tonight. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Randy. And so one thing I want to talk about is the fact the rolling blackouts we've got going on here in Texas is kind of incredible. And today we found out that not all the wind turbines are working. Matter of fact, there's a good many of them aren't. It seems as though they are have frozen. And so they're not producing any electricity. Things are not working right. So we are having rolling blackouts. But let me say this. Let me say this as somebody that's a yachtsman. I had my last sailboat. I had a 45-footer, and yes, it had solar power on it. It had solar panels. It had also I had a wind turbine at one time, and let me say this. They never supplied enough energy for my sailboat to operate the radios, the refrigerators, the radar, and other devices that you need when you're at sea. And each day, each evening, I would have to fire up the diesel to charge the batteries to make sure that I had batteries to last the night, and as I was moving along on the oceans, and so it just never was totally efficient, never, and so then that's going to be the case with wind turbines, solar energy, all along the way. They're never going to be enough. They can't produce enough electricity to run this country. They can't produce enough electricity whenever we have weather like this. It's absolutely incredible that people want to put their agenda ahead of the truth, and that is the truth. So, there's no place in the world where the wind blows 24/7. There is no place in the world where the sun shines 24/7. And so, that's just the truth of it. That is the truth of it. And so, it's never going to replace, and especially in conditions like this, nothing beats a coal-powered, a gas-powered electrical company. Nothing beats it. Will run 24/7. And even the electrical dams that will run 24/7. You can't depend on wind and solar. Ever. And it will never totally happen. Period. And that's what I want to say about that. And so we I'm getting messages here. We may experience some interruptions on this. I hope not. I hope we make it through it fine till I can get the. It's telling me the bit rate is too low, and that may be because I'm doing this from a laptop, and that just may be the case. So we'll go through it, but we're doing good. Now, let me say this: there is a bill, a gun, a bill in the Congress, and it's by Sheila Lee Jackson. I do believe it is, and she's coming after our guns, and she is coming after them big time. I mean, the list is incredible of things they want to do. Of course, there's heavy fines. There's heavy fines and imprisonment that runs along with this thing. Now, I'll post that bill tomorrow. I'll post the bill number that goes with this. And from what I'm understanding right now, this will never, never see the light of day. It will never see the light of day as it stands right now. This is what we believe. Because it's just too much. Just too much. So they're telling me this is not maintaining a smooth stream. So you guys are going to need to tell me when that happens. But, hey, it is what it is right now. I am comfortable in my home. We're having rolling blackouts here in Texas. We do live close to a hospital, so that tells me that, they may not, we may not have it happen here in my home, but we know it's happening to others out across the Metroplex. So this is what we got going on. Now, they're reluctant to cut the power in areas where there are hospitals. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But, we live in a total electric house. So we're winging it. And like I said on a Facebook post today, I've got the Hilton front desk on speed dial in case we get shut down here in our home. But so far we're good. We're good. The only casualty is the studio, where the heaters won't keep up with the cold. And, I'm going to go out there and make drastic changes because the weather is due to change here in a couple of days. So, it is what it is. And we just work through it. That's part of what this is. And, we did not post this on any of the websites or the Facebook sites or any of that. We didn't post up a link for this video because it is an experiment to see if we can do it off of this laptop. And this laptop is about 2 or 3 years old, so but it's got a lot of terabytes. So, but that doesn't mean anything. The name of the game here is having the right settings, and like I said, that's part of what this is. I had planned on coming home for about 10, 15 minutes at all. And you guys, you need to tell me if this is working smoothly and you can hear me. I'll wait for you to answer me. Yeah, it is, Randy. Good weather is coming. It's going to get better. And, we always look forward to March because in Texas, that's when it starts changing. We'll get a lot of warmer days mixed in with some cooler days. And that's the truth of it. Is this still streaming, everybody? Okay, thank you, Randy. Thank you. Let me see, what else was there? The guns, the weather. And you guys got any questions you want to ask me? Be glad to answer them. Okay, thank you guys out in Arizona. Xavier, Mater's Workshop. Sorry about that. Mater's Workshop. David Jones. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Man, is President Trump today. Did you see that on YouTube today? Or Right Side Broadcasting? If you haven't seen it yet, go watch that. Right Side Broadcasting. Trump, there was a rally, just an impromptu rally that happened in Mar-a-Lago, where Trump's resort is at, where he lives now. They had a rally, and President Trump did come by and waving at the people and stuff. And really, what kind of surprised me is his motorcade looked like the same motorcade, the amount of cars, the black SUVs and all that stuff. All of it looked basically the same, but maybe without all the communications and ambulances and everything else in tow. But you know what? That was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. And that should be happening all across the nation in the coming weeks. We need to get back out there. Now, OG and I are going to be gone to Gulfport this weekend for a conference. And so as soon as we get back, we'll be looking for rallies that are going on in support of Donald Trump. And we've got a lot of people we've got to get rid of politically. As you saw with that impeachment trial, if that's what you can call it, that joke, those people can get away with anything and not expect any repercussions at all. They can just do and say anything, any lie, anything they want to do, any narrative they want to push. But yet we've got to hold them accountable. That's the reason it's so important that podcasts and shows, podcasts like this, and other news shows that we can find that speak the truth, rather than these endless lies and narratives. That's the reason these are so important, that we're able to get the word out, that we're able to do things that contradict whatever it is they're pushing at the moment, because they are not going to go away at all. They're not going to go away, and they're going to get more and more and more vicious going along the way. We can't be violent, right? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But we'll see what happens when they go to start trying to take away our Second Amendment. They're already working on taking away our First Amendment with all this censorship and everything else that's going on. We can't stand by and let this happen. No way, no how. We can't let this happen. We've got to fight back using every method we've got. And these podcasts are part of that. They're part of it. And you're part of it. Sons of Liberty Riders MC is part of it. Texas Biker Radio is part of it. And we've got heavy road ahead. I've been at this year now for many years, and each year we keep slipping into the abyss to where we're at right now. And over the past year, we let them steal it. we let them steal it. And that's the truth of it. And everybody knows it, including the people that run YouTube, Facebook, all these other outfits, the mainstream media. They know the truth, but they're going to keep pushing the narrative. I mean, it's just like the what is they call the 2060? Oh, I forget about it. There's one of the the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project have been caught red-handed, have been caught siphoning millions of dollars out of the donations they were receiving and put it in their own personal bank accounts through other entities that they run within that organization. It's absolutely incredible. They talked about it on Fox News tonight. This is one of the few times I've watched Fox News, but I watched it because of the two lawyers that were on Fox News. Absolutely incredible. They were the two lawyers that defended the president against that circus that they called an impeachment trial. And that's what it was. But you guys, hey, I'm about the end of this. I'm going to call our test a success. I'll find out what more I can do to make this work. But in a few days, couple 3 days, we'll be back into the studio where we have more power. Yeah. So we've got a lot of internet out there and a lot of bandwidth to work with. The laptop is, I think, doing okay, and I have a snowball mic here. If I sit back where it's more comfortable, can you still hear me? It's really cool. But I do love the studio. I do love the studio, and we've got some improvements we're going to be making with that too, where we can have a third guest in, and they'll have their own mic and own camera, and they'll be able to join us. And so we look forward to the days ahead, and what's going to happen in Gulfport. That's going to be interesting to be part of that. So everybody, have a great evening. Stay warm, everybody. Stay warm. Stay safe. And there's not anybody riding their motorcycle out here right now. I noticed Dutch was driving his outside into the garage, back into the garage. I guess that's really wanting to ride bad. So actually, it's not a bad idea if you have room. With that, everybody, have a great evening. Thank you for participating in the test. And, anything happens, we'll be back on quickly. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.